what's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, there are three people. Guys who are listening, there is the third person also. तुम उसको सुन नहीं पा रहे हो, बाद में हाय बोलेगी, ठीक है? डरो मत तुम. सटिया नहीं गए मैं और सौम्य अभी तक. So the guys were saying, yeah, that's our first guest, and we went big, dude, for our first guest, because हमने सीधा international खिलाड़ी को बुलाया. So this is Janice, and she's currently chilling in Canada. And chilling, I'm saying literally ये हफ्ता तो चिली कर रही है इसलिए वो पॉडकास्ट कर रही है, ठीक है?
Hi guys. I'm not good at this, but okay. I'm Janice. Like Anurag said, I'm in Canada right now. I'm studying journalism here. And yeah, I am the resident K-drama addict. So I'm here to
Dude,
share my
okay. For just for context, right? For everyone and for Soumya, so Janice and I were in the same college for Bachelor's of Journalism and Mass Communication, right? And so in our college, in the first year, right? जहाँ पे हर एक टीचर आके बकवास सा एक ही सवाल पूछते हैं कि तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट क्या है या इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ और व्हाटएवर. From that moment on, the whole college knew that Janice and who like that one group sitting in that corner are like the Korea freaks. कि तुम के पॉप के बारे में पूछो उनको सब पता है, तुम के ड्रामा के बारे में पूछो उनको सब पता है. And we were just like, हाँ ठीक है, cool, that's like a good interest to have. But it became like a thing, कि अरे you know Janice only, हाँ वो कोरिया वाली, it just became a thing, like it was that much. So that's why like for today's Are dude Sachi. So basically what we're going to do today and why Janice is on the podcast is I wanted to know मैं कोरिया से बहुत दूर हूँ, ठीक है? मेरे को सिर्फ किम जोंग उन नॉर्थ कोरिया में क्या मचा रहा है वो पता है, उसके बाद मेरे को कुछ नहीं पता है, ठीक है? बट देयर इज दिस थिंग कॉल्ड के ड्रामास दैट आर डैम पॉपुलर and they are popular in like a much younger audience, and as compared to the Indian soaps and dramas that were obviously like apne upar ke जरिए like parents used to watch it a lot. So this whatever podcast is just going to be like a journey to see what are the similarities between the two, why one caters to a younger audience while one caters to an older audience.
Actually, weirdly enough, I don't know about this younger audience thing, because like I feel like everyone my age is also like, okay, just for context, I am way older than Ramanujan and Janice.
Yeah.
This is just something that I should put out there just in case you guys don't know this already. But it's a big deal in my age group also now. Like I think also because of, I guess, all of them suddenly were put on Netflix, and all of them suddenly were put everywhere on like all the streaming services that we have access to. And what does anyone have to do anymore in life apart from watch stuff on Netflix and like,
yeah, that is a fair
but
assessment of the world.
I will put it out there that Janice, correct me if I'm wrong, there was some show called Boys and Flowers or Flowers and Boys.
yeah, Boys Over Flowers.
Wait, what?
Over
Boys?
Flowers. There we
It
go.
was called Boys
It
Over
was-
Flowers?
In my defense, it's like the OG show. Like every K-drama fan, if you ask, they'll be like, I've seen this.
So apparently Boys Over Flowers was like the inception point into like K-drama world. Like if you watch this, then you'll probably want to watch something else. So it's something like how Death Note was the inception point for anime. Like you'd probably watch Death Note first and you'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess this is nice, and then I'll start watching something else. So weirdly, there was a random girl in my class in architecture school who used to watch K-dramas, and she used to talk about it constantly. It's like that thing, you know,
Janice.
there's that meme now, like you'd always know if someone was vegan. You'd probably always know
Because they will always walk up
K-dramas.
to you and tell you. I know, we know. Yes. The whole of ISBJ knows. It's okay. So okay, you know what? Let's do this. Okay. मेरे को Boys Over Flowers का premise समझा दो एक बार. About why it was so popular and what the hell the show was about. Because मेरे तो title पे flip हो गया, ठीक है? मैं title से भी guess नहीं कर पाऊंगा कि क्या हो रहा है show में.
There were boys in that
it
show,
is-
though. You have to.
Poor-
I'm guessing you know flowers also. Poor flowers. But yeah. Fuck dude, flowers
Okay,
over boys
first-
any day. Come on. ऐसा कुछ है क्या? Team Edward, team boys, team flowers.
There
Come
is.
on, yaar.
There
Boys
is.
over flowers any day.
No
There's
dude,
a-
flowers over
no.
boys.
So
ठीक है
first of
चलो.
all, I'm going to
हाँ.
put it out there. Ki please, I don't like that show. I haven't seen the show, but I know everything about the show because every K-drama fan has apparently watched the show. So I'll tell you all what the show is basically, okay? It's basically this poor girl goes into this probably like high school or college area, and there are these four boys called the F4, famous four.
It's actually a Japanese thing also, because like Janice is a K-drama person. I guess I've been a manga and anime person like throughout my childhood. So like these kind of premises where there's like a poor girl and a rich boy or famous boys or like popular
Boy group.
boys or yeah, that is a shoujo manga thing also, which
Okay.
like is a weird overlap between this and that. But continue, Janice.
Yeah, please continue. Sorry. Yeah.
So it's got like, I think because Boys Over Flowers has literally all the tropes of a normal K-drama rom-com, which is like the poor lady and the rich guy, then the love triangle, and then the, you know, enemies to lovers thing. So basically the girl comes in and she's like, ha, 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 everybody's scared of this guy, everybody's intimidated by this guy, but I don't care. I am going
I
to
can
do
change him.
yeah. So he's just like, who, like he's just like, ye kaun hai jisne like poo ko mud ke nahi dekha type of thing. So he's just like, who is this girl? Why is she not scared of me? Why is she
Why
not
she's so
interested in
different?
me? Yeah. So he doesn't understand his feelings, so he starts bullying her more, and she falls for his best friend, who's like the second part of the F4 team, and because the guy is kind and sweet.
I was just gonna
Oh
say
my
that he must be a
God.
polar opposite of the first.
ये भाई ये कितना टेम्पलेट है. अच्छा ठीक है, कंटिन्यू. वेट वेट, I'll
But
reserve all
this
my
So the
is
comments for
guy-
also
later.
a shoujo manga template. That is amazing. I did not
Yeah.
expect to be talking about this.
Wow.
So he's
Huh.
kind and he's sweet, so she has a crush on him. But then after that, like she's like, oh no, the bad boy likes me. So you know what? I'm going to go to the bad boy.
Wow,
So she
dude.
goes-
You know what? I feel bad. I should have just guessed the plot. I probably would have.
It's boys over this flower because the girl is a flower.
Oh,
मैं-
is
मैं-
that
मैं
what they meant by that?
अब
Yeah.
Hi.
मैं पहले टीम फ्लावर था. अब मैं टीम में मैं खेलना ही नहीं है मेरे को. हो गया मेरा.
This is, but like this was like
Ramal
this
just
was
tapping up.
released. This was released
होगा.
like in 2000s, like 2008
Yeah, it's very
or
old.
something.
It's
So
very
it's-
old. Yeah.
So it's a very annoying drama. So whoever is a new K-drama fan or thinking of watching K-dramas, please don't start with this
Dude,
drama.
I don't
Please.
think that they would start with Boys Over Flowers. You know, it's something like if somebody got into the Indian drama,
Yeah,
like feed.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna watch Sanjeevni now. Like it's gonna
Hey,
be so
dude.
dated.
nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
It was
No
nice.
one will start with that. No one
Yeah,
will
yeah.
start with that.
They won't.
Obviously, everyone will.
So-
I think a lot of people might start with Sasural Simarka because it's so entertaining.
Or Nagin,
But,
dude. Or Nagin. Even
Or
that shit is
yeah,
crazy.
Nagin.
Mm.
Very true. But I don't think anyone will start with like an whole thing. So
Yeah, for
like
sure.
for us, we in the K-drama fan circle, you like realize who is an old K-drama fan by the first drama. So whoever's is like Boys Over Flowers, they're like, ooh, OG K-drama fans. Then comes like You're Beautiful, which is the show that got me into it. And then you've got like
Ah.
Descendants of the Sun, which is like 2016 new K-drama fans. So
Wow,
yeah.
उसमें भी hierarchy है.
If you want to accidentally reveal your age, you can talk about
Yeah.
various stages of K-drama. If you talk about Boys Over Flowers, you're probably ancient. Like very nice.
Yeah.
अच्छा, so like okay, in the Indian space, right? Because मैं तो ना मेरे को जापान पता है ना कोरिया पता है, ठीक है. मैं तो देसी लौंडा है, मैं देसी की बात करूंगा, ठीक है. I'm the voice of India on this podcast apparently, but okay, let's do this.
Yeah, I was also expecting to be
Yeah.
that, but
Dude, the Japan came from left
shoujo
field.
manga is hitting me in the face. Yeah.
We've just got
It's
like
great.
3.
Yeah, dude, that's great. You know, that's just great. Okay, so I just want to know, okay, so in the manga series, whatever, like the drama, we're just talking about drama now in general, okay? So there was a set formula in the early 2000s, which was we will show joint family drama because वो चल रहा है country में, ठीक है? Then we will show modern love, which was your what? क्या संजीवनी का spin-off क्या था?
Dil,
Mil
Dil Mil Gaye.
Dil Mil Gaye.
Yes.
Oh
So
God, I love it.
yeah, you
It's just like हम तो चले थे दोस्त बनकर
Usme there's this guy
जाने
called
कहाँ दिल मिल
Arman,
गए.
and then there was the girl Gunjan.
yeah, correct. Yeah,
So
damn.
many memories.
So like there were phases, right? And now it's become batshit crazy. Now it's like gorilla आ रहा है, मच्छर आ रहा है, सांप आ रहे हैं, crocodile आ रहा है, कुछ भी हो रहा है, ठीक है? So in like I want to know in general, okay, now Boys Over Flowers is something that work internationally. The other shows that you named, do they have like similar tropes? The whole series might not be the same, like the whole premise of the girl and a gang of guys or whatever, but are tropes repeated?
Yeah. So like that's the thing. You've got the enemies to lovers trope. You've got the love triangle trope, which is love triangle trope is the one that I hate the most, but it works the most. Like everybody's just like, oh, the second lead. You must have heard a lot about people, K-drama fans, crying over the second lead, which is the guy who
I don't
likes
know
the
many.
girls,
Gets
but
shat on.
Yeah,
doesn't.
but I
Gets shat
don't.
on because like he's
Yeah.
not cool, but he is very kind, and like there's no place in the world for kind people. But weirdly enough, Dil Mil Gaye had all these tropes.
Yeah, they did. I
Now
was
that
just
we're
thinking
talking
about that.
about Dil Mil
I was
Gaye,
just thinking about that.
like it had that asshole popular dude. It had like,
जो क्या
and he
जो
fell for the quiet chashmish girl.
correct.
And
Because
like,
you know what I clearly remember about Dil Mil Gaye? It is that Bipasha Basu's husband. I forget his name.
Yeah.
He was always shipped
Karan
with
Grover.
Karan
Karan
Singh
Grover.
Grover, yeah.
Karan Grover was always shipped with that क्या नाम है उसका? अरे shit,
Jennifer
how can I?
Winkett.
Jennifer
Dude,
Winkett
Karan
character.
Grover was equal to Ali from Dhoom in that show.
Correct.
He was
Yeah.
literally everything that Ali used to do. Karan Grover used to do in that show. It was absolutely wild how similar they were. But Karan Grover was, I guess, just cooler than Ali. I don't know. And I would
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
for Ali any day. But
I was
But yes,
so
I get that.
annoyed when she chose Karan Singh Grover over Karan Bahi's character in Dil Mil Gaye. I was
see what I
team
mean?
Karan Bahi.
See what
I
I
was
mean?
like, why?
This is equal to K-drama, though. Like, it's quite similar.
So basically, okay, I'm just processing information right now because you guys seem to like too much into it. Okay, but okay, so basically the show goes like कि एक कैरेक्टर है जो बहुत प्रोमिनेंटली उसको बताया जाता है कि ये बहुत स्टार आदमी है और एक बहुत ऐसा there's one very बेचारा सा kind of guy and you want the बेचारा to win but in a twist the asshole will always win.
Yeah.
Yes, and also I assume because I'll tell you, and at least Shujo manga में ऐसे होता था कि even the asshole guy, there always used to be like a change, like a character arc for the asshole guy, oh suddenly he shows कि he's also kind and like
he's
he
got a
will
moral
also
compass
like
suddenly.
Like somewhere like he has all these problems being an asshole because something has happened to him in the past, or like he has like only a single parent, or like some shit has gone down, and like is this the same as the K-drama?
Yes, there's always like, ooh, childhood trauma. The guy was, God knows, locked up in a basement for a day, or he was kidnapped, and that is why he's now an asshole. And we're just like supposed to feel bad for him because apparently character development होता ही नहीं है. उसके साथ एक traumatic event हुआ तो he's got passed to be an asshole to everybody.
So what is the formula that worked? So the formula that worked for oldies was that हाँ भाई हमारे घर में जो ड्रामा हो रहा है जो apparently like for example मैं बहू हूँ मैं सास को बता नहीं सकती but like I will live through this character and like go through with it. So like the reason the K drama does well is it because does it target drama that happens in our lives when we are students?
No, I think it's quite the opposite. Like everybody I've seen, it's like it shows you a life that you probably could have, but at the same time that you wouldn't have, because it's always like the girl is somebody who's like very normal, and she falls in love with people in college or in her workplace, and it's like, ooh, you might find somebody like this. And at the same time, it's, how do I say? the reason why I like
At the same time,
K-dramas,
it's so unattainable. Like, how are you going to find a
right?
rich business magnate, CEO person to take care of you? And like, yeah, I get it.
Hey man, a
Yeah.
girl can always hope. But okay, yeah. Is that the emotion that is
No,
captured?
I think that is definitely what gets people into it. Like, it's always nice to watch these, cheesy romance dramas. I think most people get into it with that. You get these cheesy romance dramas where everything is like not too Western, because I think we're still like, in a traditional society somewhat. So we're not
Hmm.
like, we don't want to
Yeah, they'd
Oh,
watch
still be
that's
people
a
attached
like,
to their parents, or
wow.
like
That's a
they'd
very
still have
yeah,
interesting
like
point.
family
yeah,
obligations of some sort. Yeah.
That's
because
a
like we
very
can't like
interesting point.
directly, none of us can relate to Gossip Girl and all, because that is not what's
True
happening
that.
in our society. But at the
I
same time,
beg
like,
to differ. I feel like everyone can relate to Gossip Girl,
Yeah, so this is
particularly
this is Saint Mary Soumya talking now.
not
you know,
because you'd expect people to like, I don't know, spread rumors or whatever, but which would obviously happen. But it's just that, dude, in Akansha's school, someone had started a Gossip Girl column just to like put this out there that this shit has happened in Indian schools.
होता है. हाँ.
yeah, but like I meant, if you see Western dramas and their family relationships and their
Oh
relationships
yeah.
with friends and stuff, you can't relate to that because it's something completely different. But at the same time, like with Korean dramas, you can be like, हाँ ऐसा ही होता है, हमारे घर पे भी ऐसे family obligations है,
See, that's
this is how we
exactly what
behave with friends.
हम घूम
So
फिर के
it's
वही
more
point पे है.
relatable.
Correct. So
Hmm.
it's like I'm just trying to figure out. See, the whole idea of a K drama being more centered towards our traditional values is something that I never thought of. That's very interesting. One, in that traditional society, it is showing you a way to have a life that you maybe want but can't attain, and that's the like I'm just thoda sa distilling it further. So it's like basically if I'm a girl sitting in India and I have conservative girl guy whatever sitting in India, I have conservative parents, but मेरे को ऐसा full नहीं क्या college life मेरे को student of the year जीना है, ठीक है, but like अच्छे से जीना है, करण जोहर वाला नहीं जीना है, like थोड़ा sophisticated वाला जीना है. So if
How
I am
sophisticated that was, yeah. Come on.
सौम्य अलग पॉडकास्ट करेंगे हम, ठीक है, इसके बारे में, बट हम करेंगे क्योंकि मेरे को 42 देखना है एंड आई नीड सम मोटिवेशन इन लाइफ टू वॉच इट. सो आई मीन
42. Everyone should watch 42. Okay.
you know what, hit us in the
I
comments
have
if you want us to do a sortie episode. Okay, cool. उससे
Yes.
मैं तभी
For sure.
42 देखेगा, नहीं तो मैं नहीं देखेगा. अच्छा, so coming back, so basically it's like that, like now that I have access to education and the Western world, but I can't relate to exactly the Western world, but I want somewhere in between. So K drama fills that hole for me.
yeah, yes, because obviously you can't turn to like Indian TV serials because Nagin and all is not relatable at all.
You
Man,
That
don't
is not
relate
the
to
us,
people
dream.
turning into snakes
man,
here and
you
there
know
in the world.
what? I wish it was. I would
Unfortunately, those are not the dreams
love
anymore.
it,
Like
love it.
nobody wants to see like, ooh, this is going to be my life. My only goal in life is to be,
अरे
married
मुझे,
to a guy.
but मुझे भी मच्छर से प्यार करना है. ये क्या बात हुआ?
I
Even I want to.
know. In which universe would that happen? Yeah, correct.
So sad.
If you want to live in a fictional world, then why not
Yeah,
in the world where you fall in love with a machar? Fair enough.
that is also true. Aspirations
No,
are
dude,
very high on this
but you
panel.
know
You would like
what?
to see.
I feel like if I was to compare this feeling that Janice is talking about, about like maybe living larger than your life or relating to that, is that I think I used to get a similar feelings from shoujo manga. So it's kind of like that only. Like I used to read the shoujo manga called My Heavenly Hockey Club for a very long time. Yes, it was called My Heavenly Hockey Club. Okay. And
Was it a church? Was it a church going hockey team that was from
no,
Bhubaneswar?
luckily it was not a church going hockey team. That is pretty much shoujo category. So like basically Naruto and all is shonen category, and that is all into shoujo. So shoujo is supposed to be for girls and shonen was supposed to be for boys, but there is nothing like that anymore. Like everybody just watches everything. So yeah. So I used to read this manga called My Heavenly Hockey Club. It was about a club in a school where there was one plain bland ass girl and five hot gorgeous guys. Okay, and like it was about how that main dude from that club, like the guy who ran it, he was really into this girl, but he's like he never used to like outwardly show it. He used to just make fun of her, and everybody used to think that, oh, he likes her or whatever. And then it was about their will they won't they for the entire this thing. And trust me, it was very funny actually, that whole manga. But what I found, the feels that I was getting from that manga was that, I know that this would never be me. Like I would never be any of these guys or that girl. but it made me feel like there is hope in the world.
1% chance hai.
Yes, like it might be a very minuscule chance that maybe one day I'd fall for a bland ass girl, or like one day one like a really hot guy will fall for me. But I don't know, like I still want to read more of this. And then I came to know that mangaka who wrote that thing died like at 30 or something, and I was like there is
Damn,
no
dude.
hope in the world actually.
Yeah,
Life
but, like,
always
I
finds a
agree.
way to slap you in the face.
I know, right?
But that's the thing, right? Like, I feel like when people enter the K-drama world, a lot of people enter for the romance, but then they stick for everything else, because you've got like good comedy. You've got like comedy shows that are only comedy without any romance. Then you've got thrillers that are mind-blowing, suspense
So they
and
have
stuff.
the whole spectrum, but it's just put under the bracket of K-drama only.
Yeah, like you've
But
got
why is that?
everything that you need.
Why is that though? Because मैं
Because
crime
of
petrol को
boys
कभी
over flowers.
बट मैं क्राइम पेट्रोल को कभी इंडियन ड्रामा तो बताऊंगा नहीं ना. देखो बहुत ड्रामेटिक है, बट वो क्राइम थ्रिलर है.
It
फिर
is
भी
an Indian drama though. Like if it was put in like say Sundance Festival or something, they'd probably put the genre as Indian drama.
they would put it as question mark. They would not know what is happening. क्या चल रहा है भाई ये कंट्री में, नहीं पता आपको. But yeah,
But
so
yeah,
Now maybe
like-
we should talk about like Indian dramas a little, now that we've
yeah,
spoken
please.
about crime.
Let's do that, okay?
Considering we've gone over shoujo manga, something that I was not expecting at all. So
But
like
dude, मेरे लिए तो वो सब बहुत अच्छा learning था, dude. मैं ये terms ही नहीं सुने जिंदगी में कभी. मैं इतना like I'm so out of it. But yeah, say okay, Indian dramas, okay, very shamelessly, what are your favorite shows, and what have you like followed throughout?
I think I've seen Kyuki Sasbi like fully almost.
Wow, that's dedication.
Till everything kind of got crazy. And I think the last thing I remembering is when Mihir got murdered by Tulsi, and like so I remember he got reincarnated, but I don't think I got past that. Like at that point I was like bas bahut hua. This is where I draw the line.
Freaking iconic scene, dude. वैसा cliff पे खड़ी है स्मृति ईरानी with that बंदूक है. उधर इतना छोटा सा उसका बैंडेड है उसके सर पे, because he was just in an accident.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Yes.
शिद्दत से देखा मैंने वो show.
Plastered on my brain.
Yeah, dude. I will never forget it. Like deathbed पे किसी ने मेरे को आके पूछा कि भाई तेरे को याद है? मैं हाँ dude.
देखो याद है कौन सा बैंडेड लगाया था स्मृति? यस ऑफ कोर्स हंसा प्लस था प्रोबेबली.
नहीं हंसा वाज इन खिचड़ी.
छी रामन छी.
Thank you.
Do I like just list all the Indian dramas
Yeah,
I've
do it.
seen?
Wow,
do
dude,
it.
go for it.
Not all, but like all I've seen, like okay, I watched Kumkum Bhagya really well until like where they like plot khatam hua, abhi hum logo ko next generation mein
बढ़ाना
jana hai.
हाँ.
Yeah, until that I watched Kumkum Bhagya. Then Dil Mil Gaye, Mile Jab Hum Tum, Dil Dosti Dance.
मिले जब हम तुम में था
Gunjan.
Yeah. मिले जब हम तुम is Gunjan. Yeah.
And then Dil Dosti Dance, I've probably seen the whole thing. Do you all
What
know
is
Dil Dosti
what is
Dance?
Dil Dosti Dance?
Yes, I had definitely watched a bit of Dil Dosti Dance.
It was in
100%.
Channel V.
Yeah.
It was the only show that was there for teenagers.
No, dude.
Channel V.
Hey, Channel V पे remix था. चल क्या बकवास कर रही है?
Yeah, but like
हाँ,
remix, I'm not even kidding. Like when I was watching TV, उन्होंने remix start किया. They started re-telecasting remix, and I got so into it. And then halfway through, they just stopped telecasting it. पता है? So
हाँ
I'm
क्या?
just like,
But
I
I
can't find
remember
it on the internet. I can't find
remix
it
is very
anywhere.
difficult. Hey, but
So
to this, there was also a show called Just Mohabbat, which is like a drama comedy, but there was a lot of drama in it also. But these like India also experimented with like the, I would say, the K-drama thing, in the sense कि teenage drama भी थोड़ा बहुत कोशिश किया, but I don't know, it just never took off as much as it should have, I feel, in hindsight.
they actually have, India remade a Korean drama. There's this really famous Korean drama called Hairs, Heirs, and they remade it. I only know that Karan Wahi starred in it because I was like, "Ooh, Karan Wahi, let me watch it." But then they just stopped. Like 30 episodes in, they cancelled the show.
हाँ, but because वो नहीं चलता रहेगा ना, for whatever reason. मैं वही तो बोल रहा हूँ
Yeah.
कि see, we remember stuff like Dil Dost Dance remix and all that, and Just Mohabbat, because Just Mohabbat तो है online, you can watch the whole of it. But I'm like, these are good shows. They were dramas. They used to, address very sensitive topics that kids wouldn't be able to talk to in their house, and the only way to do it is through like a comedy drama to, add all that stuff to it. But वो चला क्यों नहीं फिर? Like that's what I'm thinking.
You know, I have a theory about this whole thing. Like, I feel like, I feel like there are three timelines. Okay. One is the American media timeline. One is Apna Indian timeline. Like, just three timelines. I'm not saying overall. I'm saying for us.
हाँ.
Like, there is our media timeline, and there is Korean / like whatever else we see from Asia ka timeline. Okay. And I feel like American timeline is the most ahead, is the most futuristic timeline. Okay. And we are slightly behind that, and I feel like the rest of Asia is slightly behind us. So whatever we used to like when we were growing up in the 90s, like drama, romance, whatever, is what's going on in the Korean scene right now. But only they're doing it with better technology, because abhi ka camera वगैरह अच्छा है, setting वगैरह अच्छा हो सकता है, lighting वगैरह अच्छा हो सकता है, so it's better quality wise than what we had made. But what they are making essentially is kind of similar to what we have seen while growing up. And we currently are in the Vampire Diaries phase of America, where we want to put VFX into everything, like in our current situation.
Yeah, fair.
So I think in the future we might get to like I keep complaining about this key in Indian like in Indian serials and all, there's not much comedy going on anymore.
Yeah.
Everything is a drama. But I feel like we are going to soon just enter into that fully, because that's what the US media entered into at some point. Now everything is a 20-minute comedy
show. But that's a very interesting point, because so I used to work with a lot of stand-up comics back in 2017, right? And stand-up comedy का भी exact same timeline है, जो exactly same चल रहा है कि 2016-17 में just चालू हुआ था, open mics हो रहे थे, लोगों को ज्यादा पता नहीं था, so it was like very grassroots, like all these guys were like freaking big names and all. वो लोग ऐसा चिल करते थे बार में, अभी भी करते हैं, but they were a lot more accessible then. Now that stardom has come in, all of that, and now comedians have started writing and producing shows. So 100% this comedy tangent is going to come, because parallelly stand-up comedy भी उतना evolve होके TV में आ गया, or whatever. Now TV and OTT is the same, but like
people are watching stand-up specials for time pass. Like,
correct,
it is a thing already.
So yeah, I get that. Like it is going to go into that whole comedy spectrum very, very soon. It's already like almost there.
Actually, I feel like why K-dramas are appealing more to like late teens, early 20s people in general is probably because that's when it appealed to us also, like me particularly. Like I watched the shit out of Dil Mil Gaye and Mile Jab Hum Tum and Kya Hoga Nimmo Ka, just because that's when I was growing up, you know. Like, and currently also they are watching the same thing, but they will never watch Mile Jab Hum Tum and think it's the same thing. It's just that I have that perspective because I have seen, or like
Both.
rather I know about both these things very frankly. I'm telling you, the only reason I haven't started watching K-dramas yet is because I know that there is no escape. It's going to be such a black hole now that I won't be able to come out of it. Like, if there was an award for like the best media consumer, I think I would definitely get it, because I think I watch
100%.
everything.
100%.
So like, it's just that K-drama is just something that is, you know how something looks intimidating to you before you actually do it, and you're like, oh, this was easy. K-dramas is something like that for me, because I know that I'll spend the next 4 years of my life just watching K-dramas. I know it.
Janice को
That is
PTSD
so
हो रहा
true.
है. Janice को
I'm not
PTSD हो
even
रहा है.
kidding, because that is how I got. First of all, we used to have, there was some, I'm not sure whether it was Z Anmol or something, some Z channel.
Anmol.
Y'all
Okay,
don't know Z
wait.
Anmol?
I want to see where this goes. Sorry, there was Z Anmol, and then what happened?
I'm not sure whether it was Z Anmol. I know Z Anmol was
It's a
showing us
channel.
Pakistani dramas, but
I have
there
seen
was
Pakistani
wait,
dramas.
that
You're
was not
right.
Z Anmol, dude. That was
something with Z.
yeah, it was Z, but it had a very nice Urdu name. ऐसा अनमोल फालतू ऐसा नहीं था. It had a very nice Urdu name.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Z Anmol shows us like purane shows.
Correct. Z
I
Anmol was the star
Pavitra
one of Star.
Rishta and all of
It
that.
was the star one of Star Plus. Like basically जो show नहीं चलते थे and reruns करने थे ना, तो they used to do over there. But this Pakistani thing had like a very beautiful name, dude. And yeah, I just put it down in the I'll put a
Yeah.
lower third. Because
So
I remember
that-
उसमें एक show था जिसमें फवाद खान था. Okay.
That show is on Netflix now, by the way.
Yeah,
It
I
keeps showing
know.
up for me.
Dude, like you know how I got to know this. My neighbor's kid, okay, she's in the 4th standard now. So when that show came, she was 5. And she came up to me and saying, "Oh my God, that Fawad Khan is so hot." I'm like, "एक मिनट तू क्या कर रही है तू लाइफ में? तू 5 साल की है. तू chill कर थोड़ा. You're becoming too old too soon.
उसके
Relax."
feelings aroused हो गए because of that show. See what I mean?
But yeah,
like
so I know what you're
you
talking
know
about.
that this is impossible. 5-year-old and Fawad Khan, but still the feelings are there.
Yeah, I figured out what works now in TV. This is good. This has been an enlightening conversation. Sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, so there was, I think it was that channel. Some Z channel started showing this Korean drama called Descendants of the Sun. Dub mein. Hindi dub mein. Okay?
Wow, that'd be
Hindi
epic to
dub.
watch.
Yeah.
I would watch the crap out of that. Just for
Yeah.
just for fun. I would love
I
to
was
watch that.
telling everyone, Janice, that we should have watched Tenet in Hindi, but nobody was listening.
Hey,
We should have watched Godzilla versus Kong in Hindi, but
Yes.
nobody.
I was up for
listened.
both in Hindi. Okay, always.
Everything in Hindi
I'm
dub is amazing.
Yeah.
Have you all seen Max, Set Max mein South Indian movies in Hindi dub?
Of course.
Amazing.
Of course.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I feel like South Indian movies का थोड़ा feel चला जाता है, like in Hindi.
Yeah.
बहुत
I don't
मजा
know.
आता है. मुझे बहुत मजा आता है. It's like amazing.
Janice
So
is
you
a
had
Malayali,
watched
by the
something
way.
on
I'm
Z.
just putting it out
Yeah.
there. Janice is a Malayali. इतनी गद्दार है ये हमारे community के साथ. But anyway, cool.
I'm the
I thought
person
we
who watches
established
stuff
in the
Hindi
beginning
dub.
that Janice is Korean. I thought we established that.
Oh
Isn't
God,
it?
no! I'm like a very proud Malayali. And
Who
from
watches
okay,
Malayalam
so-
movies in Hindi? Just putting it out there again.
No,
Cool.
I watch Tamil movies in Hindi. I want to hear the galis they say in Malayalam
Yeah.
movies.
You know what? I get it. I would watch a Tamil movie only in Tamil because वो feel उससे ही आएगा.
हाँ, बाकी सब जो समझ में नहीं आता वो डब में देखेंगे.
Yeah. So, okay, this is an interesting question. So now that you watch K-dramas, do you prefer watching it dubbed in English or original audio and subtitles?
No, everybody who watches dubbed seriously, like not as a joke, I judge them. Why would you do that to yourself? Why?
Another overlap
Because
with anime watchers.
yeah, because
Yeah,
feel nahi
true.
aata. You need to like when somebody, especially like with the Korean accent and the way they speak, they've got another tone of speaking. So when they're screaming at
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
which is a lot, you need to
Hmm.
hear it in their language, not like somebody being like, "Oh, you want to marry my son? Take these $10,000 and go away."
Get out
No,
of
No,
her
you need
life.
to hear that. Take this $10,000 and go away. How dare you think you can come and marry my son? You need to hear that in Korean.
no. So for me, that's very interesting. Okay, because Southeastern language. So there are two types of languages in the world. मैं ऐसा random ज्ञान फेंक रहा क्योंकि मेरे पास है, ठीक है, मैं use करने वाला उसको, जिसको जो बोलना है बोले, ठीक है. But there are two types of languages in the world. One is a phonetic language, which is your English, Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, whatever, and one is a tonal language, which is all your Mandarin, Chinese, Mandarin, Cantonese, and Japanese and Korean, वगैरह. So for me, it is interesting because वहाँ पे tone inflections है. Like it's not phonetics that change. Even the tone change means something different. So you have to watch it in their local language. नहीं तो तुमको सच्ची नहीं समझेगा कि क्या चल रहा है. Like even if you want to relate to the emotion, right? That tonal change is very important.
This was quite fascinating, like
Yeah,
this
this was
entire
damn
thing.
fun,
Like,
dude. भाई
what a roller coaster.
मेरा तो mind
Yeah,
blow
it's
हुआ है
just
continuously because I'm like एक minute because एक तो I didn't know what to expect from this episode first off because मेरे को idea ही नहीं है.
Hmm.
Then I got to know K-dramas and mangas have like similar plots. And
yeah.
manga में भी boy manga है, girl manga है. मतलब क्या चल रहा है?
I think Boys Over Flowers is actually originally from a manga because all of these K dramas, like the classic ones, they come from Japanese dramas. So Japanese
There we go. We figured
dramas,
everything
Yeah.
out.
yeah, you've got like this Boys Over Flowers has been remade in like Japanese was the original one, then you've got Korean, which was a remake, then you've got the Chinese one, then you've got like the Thai one, you've got I think a Filipino version of it too. So like everybody just remakes the same thing from Japanese dramas.
I
Wow.
mean, to be fair, there are only these many tropes to go around. So
That's also
everybody
very
is-
true. You cannot make more tropes, dude. Like humans as a society is at that point right now. कि हो गया सब करके. Sorry.
If you do make tropes, they'll have to be about something very specific now. you
Yeah,
know?
it'll
Like,
be
Yeah.
very
like
like
if you make a sci-fi thing, you'll have to make a trope about a robot. It's like that at this point.
yeah. Artificial intelligence trope आएगा अभी इसके बाद. That's
है
next.
already शायद.
100%
Like,
है.
see,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
robot uprising is already a trope.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
it
like if
is a
there are
trope.
sentient robots, then they'll definitely rise against you is already a trope.
Damn
This
it,
is
what is
something that-
what is next? Metaverse tropes. What are we going towards? कि VR
I
goggle
can't
पहन
believe we
के
started talking about K-dramas and we're talking about metaverse tropes now. How right?
that's how the world works. I feel this is a very good point to stop. Otherwise the seasons will change and time zones will change and we'll just keep talking about dramas for the rest of our lives. So yeah. Okay, just before you go, if someone wants to start getting into K-dramas right now, tell us your top 3 recommendations, show recommendation, fatafat.
Okay, so my top three recommendations would be in no particular order: Life on Mars, Hospital Playlist, and Because This Is My First Life.
Wow, cool.
What is the hospital one? Sorry.
Hospital Playlist. So basically
Hospital
anything
Playlist.
anything by that writer. I'm not even kidding. That is the one writer that, surprisingly. So that's the thing. If you get into K dramas, you like look at writers first. You look at writers and you're like, okay, I like this writer's
Janice
this
has
book.
really gotten into it. Like,
Yeah.
भाई मैं
I
बोल रहा हूँ
don't
तेरे
when
waste
is
को
my
the
time
last
now.
time you looked up the writers of an Indian soap?
मैं तेरे को
When?
बोल रहा हूँ मैं इसलिए तो जानिस को लेके आया मुझे पता है ये सब मैं इसलिए लेके आया उसको
I'm just like, abhi, like, because unfortunately, I have a life and I've got like work and assignments. So I can't afford to watch bad dramas anymore. So now I'm just like, okay, I trust this writer, I trust these reviews, then only I'm going to watch this. मैं सब नहीं
Janice, I
देखने वाली
wish I had this kind of dedication.
I
कि
swear
मैं
dude
जो
I
भी
swear
देखेगी अच्छा देखेगी नहीं तो कुछ
वरना नहीं देखेगी
देखेगी.
चांस ही नहीं है ब्रो
भाई.
कचरा तो चाहिए जिंदगी में देखने का
See, MIT में 2 साल मैंने वही 2 साल क्या 3 साल
3
मैंने
साल
यही किया. Like I didn't do anything. You barely saw me in college.
yeah that
3
is
years
also
I used
true
to sit at home and watch K dramas.
Yeah, that is true. Like Janice used to come to college and she's like, I'm not coming tomorrow, I'm gonna watch, I'm gonna start this new K-drama show. And she used to genuinely not turn up, dude. And she used to genuinely sit at home and Shiddat say watch K-dramas. And I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, that's some level of planning I need to achieve in
It's
life.
really something.
because
It's
they
really
get you into it. Like the first drama, I was talking about the Hindi dub thing, right? The
Uh-huh.
Hindi dub show. I started watching it like, unfortunately, I started watching it a few days before my board exams. And because
Oh,
it was on
damn.
TV, I couldn't like, binge watch it in a day and then be like, okay, exam likhe. So like one day, like the night before my maths ka board exam, at
Mm-hmm.
2 a.m., I'm sitting and watching an episode of Descendants of the Sun.
Wow, dedication, bro.
And now we all
I'm
know why I barely passed in 12th.
देखो मेरे दिमाग में बहुत कचरा इन्फॉर्मेशन है आज बहुत ऐड हुआ है मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि बहुत टाइम के बाद ऐड हुआ है सो आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू Janice for this I hope you guys also enjoyed it if you like this episode please hit that like button subscribe कर दो यार please नया नया चैनल है मस्त बढ़ेगा also follow us on
follow us on Instagram,
yes
Facebook, and share with people who like K-dramas, I guess.
yeah or who you want to induct into K-dramas they're like start with this and then maybe watch K-dramas
And
ठीक है
don't forget to ask Anurag to watch Sauti 2 in the comment section.
yes please
Yes.
if you want
Thank
us
you
to do the
for
sortie episode
reminding
yes
people.
chalo see you guys next week with another brand new episode bye bye